What's up, YouTube? Today I'm gonna be changing out the front grille on my 2023 Dodge Charger. And the parts, here's the front grille I'll be changing out, bottom grille and top grille. And I also will be putting the snorkel lights in. This is my 2023 Dodge Charger RT, the 345 badge on the side, black on black, inside and out. I probably had to call about 2 weeks so far. I've been doing a little upgrades here and there. On the inside, I got some bezels for the dash, for the steering wheel, for the radio, some cheap seat covers I bought from Amazon, which I haven't really got a chance to put them on tight. I just put them on because my kids be in and out of my car, and brand new, I don't want to tear it up that fast, you know. As you can see, the inserts, there's an insert in every door. Glove box also, each door has an insert, rubber insert for dirt. I also installed this little piece right here. It's a throttle control mechanism which attaches to my gas pedal. I've been running it for about a week, but I am going to swap it out for the Z Automotive Taser, the double bypass. So I'll be doing a video on that a few days when I receive the part from American Muscle. So here's my engine bay. First thing I'm gonna have to do is remove all of these tabs that you see across the front bumper. There's also 2 nuts at the very top in both corners of the bumper. I don't have fog lights, so I don't have to worry about unplugging any fog lights. And if you look underneath the chassis, there are a couple of tabs like so on the fender guards and some small bolts that I'm gonna have to remove across the entire bottom. A few tools I recommend you get for this job. I went to AutoZone. I have a socket set, but I just wanted to be sure I had the long sockets. I think I may have lost a couple in the set that I already have. And you want to get you a removable tool that's going to remove those door panel, those pins right here. And then I'm going to be using these to connect the wiring for the snorkel lights. As you can see, I have the last call charger badge on my car. It's the last one of an era. I owned the Dodge Charger back when they first hit the scene back in 06, 05, 06. I bought one off the showroom floor, red, peanut butter interior. The first version of this car had a lot of problems. And a friend of mine, me and him, he bought the Dodge, the hatchback, can't remember the name of it, and I bought the Charger. I think it was y'all put in the comments, I can't think right now, but he had the hatchback with the Hemi, fresh off the showroom floor. Me and him had just graduated from Ball School, and man, we was having a good time in them cars. But to be honest, after about 6 months of having it, I started throwing all kind of engine codes, and it was a number of people that were buying a vehicle back when they first hit the scene that had to return the vehicles just because they wasn't put together in detail, and caused a lot of engine problems, little small things here and there. So I got away from the Dodge, and I always told myself I'd never buy another Dodge. But I have been doing some research. I'm actually a Mustang guy, but I have been doing some research on these different models of the Dodge Charger. And I took it upon myself to say, you know what, I'm gonna try them one more time. So far, so good. I've been running this car pretty hard. I only got about 300 miles on the car, but I've been running it pretty hard since I've had it. Haven't had any issues. The car feels much better than the Mustang. It feels a lot more stronger. It kind of rides like a Cadillac, to be honest with you. So far, so good. So the first thing I'm gonna do is start removing these bumper pins one by one. I got a Ziploc bag because I'm terrible at keeping up with parts. I was gonna pay a place out here called Car Toys to do the job for me. They told me it was $350 to get it done. And at first I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good deal. I don't want to tear up a brand new car. But then I said to myself, well, what if they scratch the car? You know how that is when you bring a car somewhere to get service and there's a little small scratch. Like I said, the car is in immaculate condition. Not one scratch on it, brand spanking new. It's a little dusty. If I'm a send it to somebody and have to worry about it getting scratched, I might as well just scratch it myself. So that's why I decided to do the job myself. So I'm gonna get started. So again, I popped all the pins out. I have a little small Ziploc bag. I'm gonna put them all in because I have a problem with losing shit when I take shit apart. Excuse my language. I'm gonna pull them out, stick them all in the Ziploc bag so I won't lose them. And then with my son out here, I never know. I've been trying to get him to go in the backyard, play on a trampoline and little toys he got in the backyard, but I guess he just want to be around his dad. So. Alright, got all them pins from the top part of the bumper in the Ziploc bag. I'm gonna put it on the side for safekeeping. Alright, now I'm gonna take this 25mm hex. I guess it's a hex head with an extension stick. You're gonna need a small ratchet set for this. You don't need a real heavy duty one. And I'm gonna take these screws out on both corners. I'm also gonna place these inside of a Ziploc bag, and they're relatively easy to come out. As you can see, they're not tight at all. So get that done. All right, now I'm gonna get underneath the bottom on my Pittsburgh. I guess it's a slider. These are very necessary. Hate laying on the hot or cold ground. So right now it's pretty cool where I'm at. So this also make it easy for me to kind of maneuver around on the ground seamlessly. All right, first thing I'm gonna do, I have a couple more Ziploc bags, but I'm gonna remove these pins from the yellow bumper guards, and then I'm gonna start to remove all the screws from the bumper. All right, got all the bottom screws off the bottom of the bumper. Now I'm at the fender wall. I'm going to have to unhook the signal plug from the lights, and I have some tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs that I'm going to be removing in order to get to what I believe is another screw that's going to attach the top part of the bumper to the fender here. So let me get started. Now, after having the bumper guards removed, there's screws that need to be removed across the bottom of the bumper, and now I'm going to start that process right now. Alright, so getting the bump off wasn't as hard as I thought it was. I thought I was going to break something, but I didn't. But what I did do is I thought that this was a screw that needed to be taken out, but it wasn't. There's actually 2 screws that attach. Let's see where the bracket is. Can't really tell until I put it back on, but there's a screw that goes here and here to take off the bumper on both sides. So learning experience, worked out for me. So now I'm gonna start the exchange of the top and bottom grill and install the snorkel lights. So with the bumper off, I already put the snorkels inside of the new grill. There's 4 tabs that need to be pulled, along with a Phillips head screw here and a Phillips head screw here. Then you're just gonna have to push each tab up individually to pop the grill out. I'm gonna do that now. Looks like the same situation at the bottom. At the bottom there's tabs. There's 4 tabs to be pulled. And actually, it looks like after those 4 tabs are pulled from the bottom, it slides right out. But I'll give you an update in a second. Alright, so I got the grill changed out. Have the snorkels put in. I didn't change the bottom grill out because I like the fact that it's small, closed in. I don't want any bugs too big crashing into my grill and getting into my engine. So I left the small, tight closed bottom part on. Now I'm gonna attach the wiring for the lights. I pull them up through this little flap. Of course, it's gonna go, when I set the bumper back on top, I'll be able to put the box inside of the flap and attach it to the inside of the wall right here. See this little spot? There's one on each side right here. So I'm gonna put the box in. So stay tuned. Alright, so finally got the lights hooked up. They seem to look pretty good. I haven't started my car up to check and see how the full display is, but before I do that, I'm gonna go through the steps on how the lights were hooked up. Now, first I want to say I did not cut any wires from this harness, and this harness plugs into your headlight. So on the actual snorkel, I had to connect the yellow and the green wire together as one, and that wire connected to the wire coming out of the harness, which is white and tan, and the power wire, which is the red wire that's coming from your snorkel light, was connected to the white and red wire. And the ground wire, which is also connected to the snorkel, I connected it to the chassis right here on this screw. And this all took place on the passenger side of my 2023 Dodge Charger. Now what I'm going to do now is plug the harness back into my headlight, and I'm going to move over to the driver's side and show you how that was connected. Now on the driver's side, it was a little different. As you can see, I have my intake up. This one screw, it holds the entire intake down into your car. This is the only screw you need to remove in order to have your intake up out of your way, so you can get to the harness for your driver's side headlight. Now on this side, again, the yellow and the green wire had to be connected as one, and that wire was connected to the white and red wire. Now there's 2 white and red wires, so you won't get confused when you get to the driver's side. Both all wires, meaning the hot wire, which is right here that you're looking at, the hot wire is directly next to the green wire that you're going to need to connect to. So I connected the red wire to the white, and I think that's black, and the green and white wire right next to it, I had to connect the yellow and the green wire from your snorkel harness, from your snorkel light, to complete the installation. And on this side for the ground wire, as you can see, I attached it right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all my light. I'm going to take these wires on both sides and put them in a zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie them to something. Haven't really made up my mind what yet, underneath the hood. So be back in a second. I have zip tied the wires. What I did was just fold them really neatly, and I zip tied them underneath the chassis with a zip tie on this side. Well, not the chassis, but the frame, the front of the frame. And on this side I did the same thing. Folded them nice and neat and zip tied them right to the top side of the frame by the bumper. I am going to get some electrical tape and wrap these connections up on both sides, and that should complete my installation. All right, so completely done with the install. Now I'm going to check them, start my car, see how they look. Blankets out. Let's check out them blankets. Check out the right blanket. Got them hazard lights. All right, y'all, so I did a good job on that light hookup. Display looking pretty neat. Hit the like button, subscribe for my next video when I hook up that Z Automotive Taser. Appreciate the love.